Hello, tomatoes! This is Jim Cronin here, Top Tomato, and I am delivering this week's tomato address. Anyhow, first of all, I just want to thank everybody for their participation. We've had a great start here at the Tomato Matrix in its first couple of weeks. I want to apologize for leaving up the must-read article for so long and then the featured video of the announcement of the Matrix. But, you know, it's been a long week bringing people over from the old platform to the new, so they were trickling in as new members of the Matrix, and I wasn't sure who had a chance to see the video and who hadn't, so I just decided to leave it up for a couple of weeks there. But from now on, you should be able to expect a weekly video from me or someone from the team addressing you guys with all the latest and greatest things that are going on here on the Tomato, updates about the Matrix, things in the community, whatever it might be. So thanks for your patience on that, but most importantly, I want to thank you for your participation. We had a fantastic first couple of weeks here. We had dozens of posts. Every post got lots of great comments. The conversation was intelligent, like I was begging for, and you know, the topics were right on. And I was really impressed with you guys' participation here in the beginning, and I look forward to just how this thing is going to grow. We've got a couple of things that we still need to do to tighten up the Matrix in its launch. The first being we need to bring over about 30 more veterans. We've got some of our oldest standing clients that have been with us for now almost or over 2 years, and you know, they've got so many hundreds of posts and experience. They've been with us through thick and thin. They've learned from us when I used to just do all the training and designing, and Jason was the only guy doing customer service. So they've been with us for a long time, and we're excited to bring them onto the Matrix and hear about their experiences and their opinions and their successes and how they generate leads and what kind of traffic numbers they're generating. And you know, it'd just be great to have their experienced voice here in the Matrix. We're definitely looking forward to bringing them in, so welcome them and you know, beg them to participate, because like I said before, you know, unless we're all in this together, it's not going to work. So let's see if we can't get them to start talking to us as well. So we've had a couple of issues here as the first couple of weeks of the Matrix have gone by. Simple things, but two issues that we've seen keep happening over and again. That is one, people who are coming to the Matrix for the first time are still a little confused as to what we did with their back end, the back end of their blog. And, well, it's still here, but we've replaced the dashboard now with the community that you're in. And if you want to try to find your blog where you can make edits to your site or post an article, it's pretty simple. Up in the top far right-hand corner, you're going to see just a little tiny tomato up there. And if you roll your mouse over that, it's going to drop down a menu with all of the blogs that you are a user of or a member of. You're going to see the Real Estate Tomato Matrix, you're going to see the Soup, and you're also going to see the ones that you might have an opportunity to be an author for or an administrator for. So if you're looking for the back end of your site, just drop down the menu, select yours, and the toolbar that's across the top will then change to be your toolbar. So from there you can now write posts, you can make edits, you can update comments, anything that you'd like that you would normally expect to be able to do from the back end of your site. And then to get back to the Matrix or to the Soup, you just go up to the Tomato again, drop down the menu, choose one of the Matrix or the Soup, and you come right back here. It's that simple. In addition to that, we've had a couple of people posting, I guess, more local content that they were intending to put on their site that ended up getting published onto the Matrix. And it's a simple error. All that's happening is that instead of them dropping down the menu from their own back end, they were still in the Matrix and they chose the right button, dropped down, selected post, wrote their article, hit publish, expecting it to publish onto their site, when in fact it then published to the Matrix blog, which we're looking at now. So to avoid doing that, similar as before, make sure that you go up to the little tomato, drop it down, choose your site, and then from there you can post your articles. If you want to post to the Matrix, everyone is open to do so. When you're looking at the Matrix, you use our toolbar at the top. If you want to post to your site, go to your site up in the menu, and then choose the drop-down menu to post an article in the back end of your site. So one thing I think that we can do to improve the aesthetics of the Matrix is one, I'd really like everyone to get a gravatar, which is the avatar or little icon that follows around the author of comments and articles and mini blogs that you might find over on The Soup or here on The Matrix. So in order to do that and get your own personalized headshot or icon next to your participation, you need to go to gravatar.com. That starts with a G, gravatar.com, and simply sign up for an account there. It's free, it's super easy. You just choose which picture that you'd like, and it automatically then starts working here on the Matrix. You don't need to do anything else after you sign up for an account at Gravatar. The one stipulation and detail that you can't overlook is that you need to use the email, the exact same email address that you use here on the Matrix or on your blog as the main account email with Gravatar. Otherwise the two don't line up and it doesn't know that it's you here that's running around in the Matrix posting comments and articles and such. The other item is that anytime you want to write an article in the Matrix blog, please try to include a picture, because I really think that the website looks great when every single article listed down the line has a small image that represents the theme of it. Whatever it might be. Make it whimsical, make it serious, make it applicable, whatever. So this soup thing, I've mentioned it a couple of times. You might be able to see it. It's just down here underneath me in the video. You click on the soup, you go check it out, and you'll notice that it's conversations that are happening over there, not unlike what's going on in the Matrix blog. But what's the difference? Well, the big difference is really the size and the intention of the conversation. The stuff that we're doing on Matrix blog, where I'm sitting now, is really supposed to be I guess geared towards establishing a very in-depth conversation, something where the responses are going to involve a lot of thought. The post itself was usually laid out with lots of thought, and the conversation is going to hopefully last for a long time and be something that is followed under a category and searchable and valuable for some time. The soup, on the other hand, we are expecting to be a lot more whimsical. Now, that's not to say that some of the conversations might not end up being very in-depth or incredibly valuable or something that maybe we should keep for some time, but the whole idea is that it's more whimsical in the sense that it's micro-blogging. We want to allow you to have an opportunity to sound off on something, or post a discovery, or make a simple announcement about your first video blog, or ask a question, try to get a little bit of service, or maybe just kind of point something out that we hadn't noticed. All of this kind of stuff would be an interesting microblog versus the in-depth conversation that we're trying to establish over on the Matrix blog. So, soup whimsical, Matrix blog a little bit more in-depth and intelligent discussion that's happening. Well, that's it for this week's Tomato Address. Next week we'll be back making some really great announcements about an extended education class that we're going to be offering. We're going to be having Teresa Boardman, Todd Carpenter, Justin Smith, Ricardo Bueno. I might even start teaching some classes. Anyhow, neat announcements we'll save for next week after the holiday. So in the meantime, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you eat too much. I hope you drink just enough. And by all means, don't forget to blog on.